What's going on, everyone? The Bad Habits, aka TBH here. Thank you for joining me for yet another movie review. Today we're talking about the brand new release, Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire. Let's go. I'm going to open up here with a short synopsis of the plot according to handy dandy Wikipedia. Let's see here. In the film, Kong encounters more of his species in the Hollow Earth and must unite with Godzilla to stop their tyrannical leader and a powerful climate-changing titan from destroying the surface. Okay. Alright, that actually puts me at ease if I'm being honest with you. Because, frankly, I don't have to really dance around the fact that there is a fucking... We'll get into it. Let me not blow my load so early. For reference, in case you haven't seen the previous films in this series has been going on for, I think this is the 10th year. If I'm not mistaken, it started with Godzilla 2014, which I saw in theaters as well. And, oh, man. Let me just say this right now. I am getting old because that came out when I was 20 years old, or about to be 20 at least. I'm about to be 30 currently speaking. So a lot has changed in that time. I remember that film had Bryan Cranston and fucking Kick-Ass in it. Scarlet Witch. I remember not really loving that film, to be honest with you. I have it right here at the 2014 one. Oh, man. I was not a huge fan. I thought it was cool. I love the action sequences, the ones that they shown. I didn't understand that they were actually trying to tell a more human story. Boy, let me tell you, we just take a full 180 on this one. When it comes to characters, we get plenty of screen time with these characters. Let me be clear. Much more than we did in the last film, Godzilla vs. Kong, at least if I'm not mistaken. I feel like we got more Titan screen time in that one. I could be mistaken, so bear with me on that little detail. But this one, I felt it, if I'm being honest with you. I don't really want to get into a bunch of characters' names and all that. I frankly didn't care. I'm going to keep it real with you. This movie is not, it's called Godzilla X Kong, so that's what I'm here for. I want to be fair, of course, because TBH... this guy right here, he loves stupid movies. This is nothing new to me. Check out my channel. There's plenty of them on there. With Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire, I gotta be honest with you folks. I was worried from the get-go that this movie would not be accessible to people who've not seen the previous movies. Luckily for us, we get a quick little... It's the opening credits, but it's full of expositions and photos and footage from previous movies to give you at least somewhat of a basis. I'll give it that. So when I had the thought of, will this be accessible? Let me tell you right now, it does not matter if you've seen the other films. This one goes far off the rails within the first hour, honestly. It does not matter if you've seen the other ones. You'll catch on. Remember in 2014 Godzilla? Yeah, remember how that was somewhat grounded in realism? Yeah, I know it's a movie about giant monsters. Yeah, bear with me. In this case, walk with me, folks. We have come so far from that 2014 film. In this film, we're at the point where we have psychic telekinetic links with kaijus and a hidden civilization that also lives within a hidden dimension within the Hollow Earth. What? If I'm being honest, this is kind of making my head spin. And I know I signed up for a big, dumb, loud movie, obviously. This was supposed to be like, pardon the pun, but the king of those movies. Oh. Okay, how do I say this? This movie is kind of like Avengers Where is it? I gotta find it. Hold on. Here we go. So Godzilla X Kong. It's sort of like the peak of the MCU. You know, you got Infinity War, and then you capped it off with Endgame. It's been 5 years. I'm kind of checked out still, to be honest with you. There's been a few good ones, don't get me wrong, in the last few years, but for the most part, like, not a big deal to me. The point I'm trying to make is we've peaked with the last film, Godzilla versus Kong. There's really nowhere for me to go, at least nowhere that I really want to go after that one. And I guess I'm just realizing I'm getting old. Goddamn. One pro we have, Godzilla. Okay. In the last film, Godzilla versus Kong, it felt more like a Kong film, which, if I'm being honest, I'm more of a King Kong fan. Hence why I've played the last two in the background. But, yeah, no. This one, he's more of a character. Also, I love it when Godzilla's an asshole, which he is in this film, for sure. They bluntly show you that, you know, specifically Godzilla's killing a bunch of fucking people in this film. Showing no regard, for real. But, yeah, this motherfucker, he sleeps in the Roman Colosseum. I'm not kidding, y'all. That's some real shit. It happens twice in the film. And honestly, with that being said, this one is more funnier than the last film. So there's another pro right there. I laughed really hard at one point, specifically. I laughed so hard because of something that was so unexpected happened that I almost negated all these other notes. But I'm still going to give you a fair review because that is what I'm here to do. That is my job that I don't get paid for. Maybe if you subscribe, it might help me out here. Just saying. And you know what? At TBH Studios, we're all about balance. So, yeah, let me hit you with a con. Early on, there's a heartfelt scene between Gia and Maya, if I'm not mistaken. Those are the mother and daughter characters. It was a really heartfelt scene, you know. Noses are sniffling, you know, tears getting ready to drop. And then, you know, at this point, it was a really intimate close-up. And then we cut out, and it's fucking brought to you by Volkswagen. And then we cut back in. It's just, are you fucking shitting me, man? I was vibing. I was actually giving you a fair chance. And then you just, oh, man. I don't have words for this, folks. They really just don't give a fuck. One of the coolest things I will say, Godzilla, he gets a bit of an upgrade. You know, he changes his color scheme. Currently, I'm working on my lighting. I got pink over here and blue. I think I might want to sue Godzilla for stealing my color scheme. You know, there's a few of them out there. Barbie as well. I'm coming for y'all. Fire me. I'm already fired. Back to it, though. When I saw the trailer for this film, I wasn't super excited. I already told you we peaked with the last one, in my opinion, yada, yada. But one of the worst things for me was Mini Kong. I hated this one immediately. I hated the design. I don't know. I knew where we were going with this character immediately, and I was hoping it would add some depth to Kong. In my opinion, it's cheap, and it's not. It's really not. But he is crucial to the most hilarious thing in the film. At one point during a battle, I don't really need to get into specifics. It's a kaiju battle between Kong and something else. Does not matter. Actually, no, it's multiple something else's. At one point, yeah, Kong is outnumbered. This motherfucker just picks up Mini Kong and just uses him like a fucking axe. Or actually, to be more specific, he handles him like he's fucking Hulk with Loki in the first Avengers film. It's very, very much akin to that. Like I said, I almost canceled all my negative cons for that because I legit got a great laugh and it was unexpected. I don't know how I'll feel about it, you know, after another one or two times. I hope it's still funny then. But currently speaking, it saved the rating for this film. Dun dun dun. God damn, yo, I gotta be honest. There's There's points in this film where it reminds me of Madam Web, which came out earlier. Check out the review, episode 1 of the shit show, please. That one did great. I appreciate all of you. There's one point in this film where we need to locate an ancient temple, yada, yada, yada. In this script, fuck this script, by the way. It's basically, where's this ancient temple? Oh, there's the ancient temple. It's bad. This could have been a season of that Monarch show. This could have been season 2 where, viewership completely drops and, they just went off the rails. I wish I could be more positive. I'm just trying to be fair, honestly. Another example, at one point, which if you saw the trailer, Kong gets a goddamn infinity gauntlet. It's pretty cool. Won't get into the reason why we needed that. It's cool. There's a cool, chilling sequence way before that where we, introduced to our antagonists and our sub-antagonists, if you will. Yeah, each one, Kong and Godzilla, gets a counterpart to fight against. They are certainly an upgrade compared to Mechagodzilla, which I thought was fun. 5 years ago, this would have been my shit. And it's just crazy how much changes in just such little time. I don't know. I do want to spoil something major, which, frankly, in my opinion, really doesn't matter. Cover your ears, if you will, or skip to this point. Mothra returns in this film, and she's sort of like the Wonder Woman from Dawn of Justice, if you will. She sort of comes in at the last second and saves the day, while these two bitter rivals, force a team up. It's very much akin to that. It's cool. I'm okay with it, but I have issues buying the psychic connection from the kid to Mothra. I don't know. Whew, folks, I want this to be a good review. I'm sorry if it's not, but thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to give this film a low stream it, and I just mean once. I don't really think you need to see this in the theaters. I would have gave this one a lower rating of waste of damn time, but there's a scene where I laughed my ass off. I got to redeem it for that. So here we are, folks. We're at the end of the review. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're into movies or games, whatever you're into, join the community. Leave a comment below. What's your favorite film in this monsterverse? I got to be honest. I finished watching Monarch Season 1. I had a pretty good time with that. It's far from perfect, but overall, I'm interested to see what they do in Season 2. I don't really want to see any more of these films. But anyway, thank you once again. And I've been The Bad Habits, a.k.a. TBH. And I'm signing out, y'all. Deuces.